Hey guys, it's Miss Garner. I just wanted to take a minute and tell you guys a little bit about some of the assignments you're going to see pop up in our newsfeed tomorrow. One of the first ones is Flocabulary. You will have 2 Flocabulary assignments to do. They are all about vocabulary words. I have assigned all of the different parts to that Flocabulary assignment, with the exception of the Lyric Lab. You do not have to do the Lyric Lab. You do have to do all of the other parts, and it will all work together to make your grade. So make sure you are getting all of it done. Do not think you can just watch the video and skip straight to the quiz, and the only grade you're going to get is based on that quiz. Typically, I either take all of the parts and average them together to get your grade, or I will randomly choose which parts I'm going to use for that particular assignment and just average those, but I'm not going to tell you which ones I'm going to use. You are expected to do all parts, watch the video, do the vocab game, do the read and respond, the quiz, all of those things that are assigned, except the Lyric Lab, work together to make your grade. So make sure you are going through all of that. Okay? When you log into Flocabulary, click Log In with Google. I don't care if you had a different login method in the past. I don't care if you log in differently for other classes. If you want my class to pop up, you're going to have to click Log In with Google. I have added you all to the class using Google Classroom. And so the only way you're going to see your assignments is if you log in with Google. Got it? All right. Next thing, ReadWorks. You have a ReadWorks assignment to complete. Give me just a second. You actually have 2 ReadWorks assignments. You have A Monument for Peace and Cutting Edge. Those are your 2 ReadWorks assignments for the week. You have to read them. You have to answer the questions. You have to complete the short response questions, okay? All of it. Again, to log into ReadWorks, you're going to log in with Google. Are you seeing a trend here? Anytime logging in with Google is an option for you, for my class, the answer is yes. You're logging in with Google, okay? And then the last one is Common Lit. Again, you're going to log in with Google. Now, Common Lit's going to be a little different. It is going to show you as having 2 classes. That is because it automatically syncs over with Clever, which is what iReady uses to see your names, your roster, the whole 9 yards. We don't care about that part. In fact, I went in and renamed all of those classes. Do not use this class, okay? I named it that for a reason. Do not use that class. Use the one that has Columbia Homeroom, okay? That's the one you're looking at. The assignment you have in Common Lit is called Amigo Brothers. It is a passage. There are questions. Yes, you have to do it all. If you have any questions, ask. But it's pretty straightforward, guys. This is the same style cold read things you've been doing since you were in 2nd and 3rd grade, okay? Read a passage, answer questions. Now, Common Lit is going to ask you some comprehension questions as you are reading. Yes, you need to answer those. Now, those do not go towards your grade, but they do go towards helping to make sure that you know the content that you're reading so that when you get to the quiz, it'll be a little easier. You can answer those multiple times, but if you answer it twice and you're still getting it wrong, perhaps you need to go back and reread before you attempt to do the questions, okay? Don't forget your peer project is also due this week. Make sure that you're following the directions on that. I've had a couple turned in that were not based on the directions at all, and so that's a little concerning. Everything you need to know for how to complete that assignment is in the assignment thread on Google Classroom. Guys, I provided you with the directions that have a rubric attached. I provided you with videos on how to make a Google slide presentation. I provided you with videos on how to use Screencast-O-Matic. I've provided you with videos on how to submit your project. I've provided you with a sample project. And I provided you with a sample Screencast-O-Matic. Okay? There's no excuse for you not being able to do this. Okay? You have to follow the directions. That's going to be the wingdinger deal this year, is make sure you're reading and following the directions. Okay? Last thing I want to talk to you about is bell ringers. I will be choosing one bell ringer a week. That bell ringer will be a grade. Okay? You've probably noticed already your bell ringers are typically going to be a quote, and then it's going to ask you a question underneath. Excuse me. It's going to ask you a question underneath, and you're going to need to respond to that question in the appropriate space on that Google form. You need to be responding completely and appropriately. Okay? If it asks you a two-part question, you better have a two-part answer. If you're completing it in 1 to 2 sentences, I promise you haven't thoroughly answered it. This is a class. This is a language arts class. That means I should see capital letters. I should see punctuation. I should see the word you, Y-O-U, and not the letter U. You are not finna do anything. You are going to do it. You are about to do it. Gonna is also not a word I should see. Ain't is not a word I should see. Guys, this is a class. You are not texting your friends. You are not posting on Instagram. You are not Snapchatting someone. You are writing an academic response for an academic class. It needs to read that way, okay? If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. However, I will be choosing one of those bell ringers per week to grade. And guys, it's a writing assignment, so I'm going to grade it based on, did you answer that question? Did you use complete sentences? Does your syntax work? Did you write out those words like you should? All of those things, okay? You know how to write. This is not a get done quick and be finished kind of scenario. I need you taking your time and doing your best, okay? If you have any questions, I'm going to have office hours again on Friday. The only time you have to log in for office hours is if you have questions or need help with something. I just sit here at the computer with it logged in, and if anybody pops up, then we have a chat, and if nobody does, that's okay too. But that's your opportunity to have some face-to-face time so that we can go over any issues you have. Keep emailing me if you have questions. I will get back to you as quick as I can, but remember, I only get planning every other day and first thing in the morning, so I'm getting back to you as fast as I can, but I'm also teaching 5 other classes, so please be patient. I'm getting there as fast as I can. I think that's it for this week, okay? Make sure that you're doing your bell ringers every day. The vocabulary, the ReadWorks, and the Common Lit are all due on Friday, as well as your peer interview project. So you've got a few things going on right now. Make sure you're getting them all done, okay? If you have any questions, send me an email, and that's it. All right.